We thought Saturn was the king of rings. But then, scientists discovered something 434 light-years away that shattered everything we knew. A planet with rings 200 times bigger than Saturn's. So huge, they'd dominate our sky if placed in our solar system. This is J1407b, the true Lord of the Rings. Back in 2012, astronomers noticed something strange. A young star named J1407 suddenly dimmed. Not just once, but again and again, in a pattern far too weird to be normal. What could block out a star's light like that? Not a planet, not an asteroid. What they found was something colossal. Orbiting the star was a planet so massive. It makes Saturn look tiny. But that's not what stunned them. It was what was orbiting the planet. J1407b doesn't just have rings. It has the biggest ring system ever discovered, 200 times larger than Saturn's, stretching over 120 million kilometers. These rings are so wide that if they surrounded Saturn instead, you could see them from Earth with the naked eye. They would fill the night sky. Imagine looking up and seeing rings stretching from horizon to horizon. And here's the terrifying part. We've never seen anything like this before. And we haven't seen it again since. The planet itself? Still unseen. What we observed was its rings passing in front of the star, dimming the light in a strange, flickering pattern. It was Eric Mamajek, an astronomer from the University of Rochester, who first noticed the bizarre dip in brightness. What he found wasn't a planet. It was something much bigger. Massive rings, casting shadows across space, the first of their kind ever seen. And just like that, we had discovered the real Lord of the Rings. This isn't science fiction. This was real. What we witnessed was a planet's rings eclipsing an entire star from over 400 light-years away. That makes J1407b the first exoplanet ever discovered with a ring system. And possibly the largest planetary rings in the entire universe. J1407b is still young. It might be forming moons inside those rings. Just like Saturn's moons carved paths through its rings, astronomers believe these gaps in J1407b's rings are signs of baby exomoons being born. And if that's true, we're witnessing the birth of a miniature solar system. But here's the catch. We saw the rings once, and they disappeared. J1407b hasn't passed in front of its star again. And it might not for centuries. What we saw could be a once-in-a-lifetime cosmic event, already gone. So, who really is the Lord of the Rings? Saturn might rule our backyard. But J1407b reigns over the deep. A ghost planet, orbiting a distant star, wearing a crown of cosmic ice and dust. For one brief moment in 2012, the universe pulled back the curtain and showed us something beyond imagination. We may never see it again, but we'll never forget what we saw. If space gives you chills like this, hit subscribe. Because there's more out there. And we've barely scratched the surface.